So, I'm out working in my barn tonight. Since about the week before Christmas, I've been working on taking the shed that's attached to the side of my barn. It's about 30 feet deep and 60 feet long, and enclosing it, putting garage doors on it. Now, I mostly use this area for parking my tractor, trailers, things like that. But just wanted to close it in to make it a little nicer, and to keep all the leaves and stuff from blowing in. That was really bothering me. It was always so nasty in here because everything would blow in. So now I should be able to just keep it a little cleaner. At some point in time in this video, I'll do a little pan and show you what everything looks like. The problem is I'm up on scaffolding right now, so there's not much room to move around. And so at the moment I'm installing some LED lights. About these 4-foot shop lights. They're 3,000 lumens each. I've got a total of 13 of them to go in here. 12 over these bay areas, and one that's in a walkway that'll go to the door. And so I'm just trying to get those installed. But I've got a couple things I was wanting to talk about tonight. This video might be a little bit longer than typical. I guess that's just, it is what it is. But one is kind of about the channel itself. Now, you know, the name of this channel is Shawnee Hills Woodworking. And that is because probably one of my favorite things to do is woodworking. I grew up with a father and a grandfather that were finished carpenters, and kind of my entire life I consider myself a woodworker. And I've actually got a piece of furniture I'm building right now. It'll probably be the nicest thing, well, it won't probably, it will be the nicest thing that's been on this channel so far. I started working on it in maybe, I think it was October, give or take a little bit. And it is over halfway finished. Has a lot of hand cut joinery. It's a very intricate piece, very nice piece. Very proud of it. And I've probably still got another 2 months to go. You know, I'm not a full-time YouTuber. I'm like most people. I've got a regular job, and most of what I accomplish is on the weekends. You know, some of it's on weeknights like this, which is something I want to talk about a little bit later. But I guess my whole point to this conversation is, because it's a long time to finish a piece of furniture like that, I can't be a woodworking YouTube channel that puts out a video every week. I don't want to just do a rinky-dink project just so I can get a video out on time. I also don't want to be a channel that just does a shop update every week. I'm not against vlogs. I'm doing a vlog right now, but I don't want to be just doing a shop update just so, again, I can say I'm doing a weekly video. But I do have a thought, and at first I was going to kind of get everybody's opinion and see what, I know I don't have many subscribers right now, but see what my subscribers thought. And I still would like your opinion, but my thought process has went more to, I'm not doing this to try to make any kind of income. That's not the goal. I don't see that it ever will be, because, frankly, I have a job that I like, a decent job that I make decent money. I don't have the desire to be a full-time YouTuber. So, I do this because I enjoy it. I like working. I like, kind of like the video thing. I like to give back to YouTube. So much of what I've learned has been from YouTube and from just other videos in general. And I like the thought of giving back to people, to the community. But my thought is, for the past 3 weeks, I have completely framed in the front of this shed, installed 4 garage doors. I've already done quite a bit of the electrical. Yeah, I live on a farm. I would not call it a homestead. Well, I don't even know if I call it a farm because I don't technically, I don't have anything other than hay. But but in the county's eyes, it's considered a farm. It's enough acreage to be considered a farm, so that's what I call it. And because of that, there's always something to do. Woodworking is such a small amount of what I do because there's always things to work on around the property, on the barn, something. It's really hard to see the difference between brass and silver with the light I've got up here. I'm actually using one of the LED lights I'm installing. It's laying below the camera right now, shining up, so I have some light up here. But, so my thought is, I'm not going to do shop updates. But I think I am going to stray away from just woodworking only videos. I think anything I'm doing, I'm going to video now. And if I think that it is, worthwhile watching, I think if I think people will enjoy it, I'll put it up. I may do some more talking. The fact of the matter is, I've always kind of liked to talk. I'm not sure that people always like to listen, but I do enjoy to talk. Probably not the best thing working with these wires right at eye level as I'm putting this together. It's when you're distracted and trying to talk at the same time you're working, sometimes it makes it a little harder. There is another topic I wanted to talk about tonight, and it kind of has to do with what I'm doing right now. Tonight's a weeknight, and most weekends I am working in my shop, but I have a wife and 3 kids, so it's always a struggle of, on weekends, doing things with the family and trying to get time out in the shop as well. It's wouldn't be fair to them if I spent the entire weekend just out in the shop and not doing things with them. So you'll see my kids in my videos a lot because I do enjoy bringing them back to the shop. And then on weeknights, I don't always make it out. I try. I'd like to know if any of you all have any secrets of things you do. One thing I try is, I'm not naturally a motivated person. I am in my head, but not always in my body, I guess, if that makes sense. And one thing I want to be is a more motivated person. I was speaking with one of my friends a while back. I try to surround myself, my group of friends, with people that I consider, I don't want to say better than me, but people that have qualities that I admire and like to try to emulate. And I was speaking to one of those friends, it's probably been a year or more ago, about motivation, because I consider him to be a motivated person. He was kind of talking about how he struggles sometimes in it. To be honest, I was glad to hear it, because no, I'm not the only one that struggles. And something that he was trying to do was, he was calling it "don't sit down." And basically, you come home from work, you've been working all day. It's so easy to sit down, to go sit on the recliner or on the couch. And once you sit down, it's so hard to get back up. It's so hard once you sit down to get back up. So his goal was to accomplish something every night before he sat down. And as a second tier goal, I guess it was, that if he did sit down, to convince himself to get back up, if only for 10 minutes, if only for 30 minutes, one small task. And what you typically find is once you get yourself up and get out and get started, you end up doing a lot more than just that 10 or 20 or 30 minutes worth. It's so much easier to keep going once you've started. And tonight's a perfect example. I sat down when I got home. Got home probably about 4:30, a little earlier than normal today. It's supposed to be warmer tonight, and it is warmer. Just a couple days ago, I was out here with a sweatshirt and a jacket and toboggan, and tonight it's 60 degrees out here. So I had all these things. I was going to get every bit of the electrical done tonight. As soon as I got home, I was going to change clothes and get out and get it all done. And you know, I thought, well, I'm going to sit down for a few minutes, just rest. Well, a few minutes turned into a few hours, and before I knew it, it was after 7. And then I was to the point to where I got up and got my clothes on, my work clothes on. So I got them on, and I look at the clock, it's almost 7:30, and I'm like, might as well not even go out there now. You know, it's I've been trying to go to bed earlier. And by the time I get out there, I won't be able to get more than 1 or 2 things done. No reason to even go out, so I sit back down. And I don't know what happened, but in the back of my mind, I remembered you know, our conversation from a while back. And you know what? I'm going to go out. If I only get 1 light hung, so be it. That's 1 less that I have to do the next time I'm out there. And it's amazing. I didn't any more than get out of the house, and I was already so excited that I did it. And then I'm back here. Yeah, I probably won't, because I do need to go to bed at a certain time. I've been trying to go to bed between 10 and 11. It's not been working out too good for me, but I'm trying. But right now, I could probably go and get all this done. I'm that motivated. And so sometimes you just got to get yourself to get up and get out. I don't know if I'm what would be considered a motivated person or not. And I don't know if there's anybody out there that is so motivated, they just do it without even thinking. But I'm sure there's a lot of people out there like me that have a lot of things they want to do and they struggle. And all I can say is there is no secret potion or special pill. But if you'll just get up and go, I think you'll find that you'll be hard to stop. You'll want to go. And I guess if you're not, you can always sit back down. Just because you've stood up doesn't mean you have to stay up. So, I don't know, I'd like to hear your all's thoughts on it. I'd love to know what do you do to motivate yourself. I'd also like to know what your thoughts are on my videos, if you'll keep watching them if I'm not doing just woodworking. I think woodworking will still be a big focus of this channel. You know, a lot of my projects I do are, if they're not straight up woodworking, they are carpentry. So I don't think it'll be a total loss, which some of my videos have already been carpentry. You know, we're remodeling our house right now, so there's still a lot of carpentry videos to come. I've got to build cabinets for the kitchen, for the bathroom. I've got to build cabinets for our closet, or not cabinets, but built-ins for our closet and our mud room. Got some little built-in to do around the fireplace in the living room. So there's a lot of woodworking there, or finished carpentry. I tend to blur the 2 lines between the two. You know, I do a lot of fine woodworking, a lot of hand cut, dovetails, just hand cut joinery in general. Also do a lot of, you know, built-ins and things that you would consider more carpentry and less fine woodworking. Apologize if I'm too close to the camera. There's not much room up on this scaffolding, but I think that's going to be the video for tonight. And again, let me know what you think, and thanks for watching. I promised you all a pan of the garage here on the barn, so I'm going to try to do that. this is typically where my tractor sits. And then there's actually one more bay. I don't know if you can tell there, it's enclosed. We're gonna have a door going into it. And so it'll be a total of a 5-bay garage here, about 60 by 30. Y'all have a good night.